Hello, everybody, and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and everybody knows the guy next to me, the monstrous Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Well, for Atlanta, after splitting their first two games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. This is one of those feel-good stories. Every time I watch Shaun Livingston play, you just say, wow, it is so good to see because of what he went through back in 2007.
His knee injury was one of the worst I've seen. I don't know if he'd be able to play again. But thanks to modern medicine and his great work ethic, he's back playing at a high level. And he was rewarded this offseason with a nice fat contract, Ernie.
Great to see Shaun Livingston back and playing at a high level. Almost time to tip things off. Let's go to Kevin Harlan.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The home of the Warriors, live on 2K Sports. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. It seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Teague and Korver in the backcourt, and it's Carroll in at the small forward.
A lot of big things happened for Kyle Korver last year, but the one that sticks out in my mind is that he was able to tie and then break the record of 90 consecutive games with a made three-pointer. Says a lot about him as a player, his work ethic, and his consistency.
Golden State on D. Carroll passes to Millsap. Horford against Bogut. Teague kicks to Carroll. From 15 feet away, misses off the left iron. Here's Golden State now, and this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And they'll come into this one with some confidence. Last season, they swept the season series, winning both matchups.
Now, here's Thompson. Curry passes to Maxwell. Beyond the arc, and the shot is good. Maxwell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Both of these teams, Clark, battled for playoff spots in their conference.
Kevin, every game is big to a team on the edge of playoff contention, Kevin. That's a whole different mindset than either of the extremes. The end of your season is kind of like a mini playoff in and of itself.
That drops.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Atlanta on D. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
You know, when things started to go wrong for them in that game, and things did go very wrong, they just could never get it going back in the right direction.
Steve, there was just no consistency. I mean, that was really the problem to me. Anytime they strung together a couple of baskets, they just couldn't keep the momentum going.
Warriors on D after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Millsap a screen on Curry. To the left wing, Carroll kicks to Teague. 4 on the clock. Millsap trying to get open. The shot is off. Atlanta on D. On the wing, Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. Millsap with the steal. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Korver dishes to Teague. He kicks it to Carroll. Here is Korver. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. That one on Thompson.
Kyle Korver really keeps his defender busy. He's great at running off screens, and you know that's where he gets a lot of his shots. And even when he doesn't get the ball, he occupies the defense, which is so important for his team.
And Korver really trains so that he can sustain that energy moving off the ball.
That's one of the more impressive things about it. Not only his quick release, but the work he does prior to getting loose for those shots. It takes an awful lot of endurance, stamina, and mental toughness, Kevin.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. David Lee's checked in for Bogut. Green comes in for Mr. Fundamentals. Barnes is checked in for Maxwell. And it's Iguodala in for Thompson. And he makes both free throws.
Well, if any team had the opportunity or the excuse to pack it in and call it a year, it was the Atlanta Hawks. I mean, they lost their star player for the season, but still found a way to fight through and make it into the playoffs in a very tough division.
Iguodala, the pass to Curry. Takes a shot at the elbow. Here's Lee, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
And realistically, guys, the Hawks never were going to do anything in the East, as the Pacers and Heat were the class of the conference. But, Steve, they established a winning environment in a year when they really could just glide it on by.
Yeah, and they gave Indiana all they could handle in that first round, too, Kevin. I think it's important to establish the style of play, which Mike Budenholzer did, and now you build off that, and you continue to grow as an organization.
Now, here's Curry. He had 22 points in the win against the Suns in Phoenix.
And he was just lurking defensively in that game, Kevin. 4 steals during that ballgame. Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
That's a 2 from Korver. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Warriors ahead, leading by a point. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Next Tuesday, November 11th, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. Make sure to catch it.
And off we go, a close game, now starting the second quarter. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning, alert and focused. They've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the efforts, Steve.
That's just as heavy as my name. So much dough, I can't swear I won't change. Excuse me if my wealth got me full of myself. Cocky something that I just can't help. Especially when them 20s are spinning like windmills. And the ice 32 below minus the wind chill. Filthy the word that best defines me. I'm just grinding, man. Y'all never mind me.
And so it's Golden State with it. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
And you know, for the Rockets, that's a game they'd really like to have.
Green at the 4 with Lee at the 5. Iguodala out there with Curry. And it's Maxwell in at the 3 slot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
You know, Golden State historically has always been a dangerous offensive team, but it's really their defensive improvement that triggered their elevation into the upper echelon of the NBA now.
And here is Curry. Feeds to Iguodala. Lee passes to Maxwell. Iguodala outside. Lee left side. 6 on the shot clock. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Lee's got the lead up to 1 now for the Warriors. And the defensive improvement for Golden State has kind of been piece by piece. They've had the right strategy and motivation, certainly from the coaching staff. And obviously, Steve, a healthy Andrew Bogut has helped.
Yeah, I'm just impressed with what they've done the last couple of years in terms of their attitude, their personnel, the mindset to become more defensive-minded, and a much better rebounding club as well.
The offensive rebound. Scott kicks to Payne. Here's Bazemore, guarded by Green. Another shot. Bazemore gets the bucket. Bazemore's got his first bucket of the night.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us just another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Kent Bazemore, undrafted back in 2012, but he caught on with the Golden State Warriors after an impressive summer league. And while he didn't play a ton of minutes, he caught national attention for his enthusiasm on the bench.
Some changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Lee. Mr. Fundamentals comes in for Green. And it's Thompson in for Andre Iguodala. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Al Horford is checked in for Payne. Millsap comes in for Scott. Damari Carroll's checked in for Cephalosha. And it's Teague in for Shelvin Mack. Curry's shot is off. And Bazemore traded at the deadline last season from the Golden State Warriors to the Lakers in exchange for Steve Blake.
Really liked his game in college, and he played extensive minutes for the Lakers. I think it's pretty clear that he belongs in the NBA. He just has to cut down his turnovers, but he's a nice two-way player.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together, one setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. Teamwork was the theme of the discussion in that huddle. He said, quote, good shots are there for us on the perimeter if we share the ball, work it around, and find the open man. He also wants to see a patient offense. Work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
All right, Doris. So it's the Warriors now, following the bucket by the Hawks. Here's Delk, and the Warriors check on two more.
Pretty much no chance for the smaller defender to block that jumper.
Yeah, he knows exactly how to use his size to his advantage there.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. The Warriors, guys, with the acquisition of Andre Iguodala, possesses one of the elite starting fives, I think, in the NBA.
Yeah, and the numbers prove that, Kevin. Their starting five was right there near the top of the league in terms of efficiency. And, the big thing is just getting the bench more involved and trying to get more continuity with that second unit.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. Outside Millsap. Into Al Horford. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And I think, last season, Warriors coaching staff tried to play the starters together to help develop their chemistry, but when the bench platoon went in, the other team typically took advantage and made a big run. So as the season wore on, the coaching staff went to a more blended lineup approach in an effort to keep more scoring on the floor.
Barnes, he's checked in for Golden State. Free throw dropped for Al Horford.
And the Warriors also making some moves to get more offense off the bench. Very resourceful front office, and they knew that was a priority.
Now here's Curry. He has 5. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Curry. Here's Delk, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. He's such a reliable finisher.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Teague with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. There's the pick. Clock at 6. And he overshot that one, missing.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Thompson for the triple. No good. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Hawks lead by 2. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Guys, I'm here with Stephen Curry, and Steph, Coach made a point of stating how important the physical presence would be in this game. How important is that going to be for the team in the second half?
That's a big deal. I mean, just being physical and, make the right plays and then hopefully put ourselves in a good position to win.
You've got to match that opponent's intensity, Steph. Thanks for the time. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. The Warriors trail. And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. On the wings, Korver and Carroll. And it's Teague in at the 1. There's the dish to Bogut. 5 on the clock, and the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Paul Millsap, a first-time All-Star in 2014, really helped the Hawks not miss Josh Smith that much. He gave them superior production at 2/3 the price, and for value-conscious general managers, that's a big win.
Mr. Fundamentals passes to Curry. To tie, and that's 2 points on the layup. Curry's got the first bucket of the third here for the Warriors.
And Millsap, one of the great value signings last season. The Louisiana native staying closer to home by playing in Atlanta. He really anchored the Hawks front court as they weathered a bunch of injuries.
Now here is Horford. Into Millsap, tries to save it. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, Kevin, we've got a moment now to look back to last year's Atlanta Hawks. Second in assists, 6th in free throw percentage, and they were in the top 10 in steals as well. I mean, this is a team that really gets after people defensively. Deflection, pressure on the ball, all of that leads to steals.
And the key really to that club, in my mind, was the offensive unselfishness. This was a team, as you mentioned, Clark, that finished in the top 5 in assists per game. So it was the fact that they really shared the ball. They had good ball movement and a good plan of attack all season long.
And the Warriors making a change here. Lee's checked in, and a switch here also for Atlanta. Cephalosha's checked in. Thompson with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And they take the lead. And the Warriors lead by 2. And Paul Millsap last season, for the first time, Clark, making the three-pointer a consistent part of his offensive game.
And it really expanded his game. We knew he was a terrific rebounder. You knew he could bang and score in close. When he added that three-point shot, in addition to a nice little mid-range face-up game, now you got a guy who can be a nightmare to defend.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Teague against Curry. Shot to stop the run. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Jeff Teague, one of the quickest and most elusive point guards in the NBA. He's incredible in transition, and where he's really improved is in the half court. He's figured out how to carve up defenses off the dribble.
And Teague, a top-tier penetrator, a nice teardrop in the lane.
And he's an improved passer too, Kevin. I like the confidence he's starting to play with now. Getting into the lane, he's elite when it comes to the assist-turnover ratio. that point guards are measured by, and he continues to expand his offensive game as well.
Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Curry and then for Atlanta. Payne, he's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Kyle Korver.
Jeff Teague signed a 4-year, $32 million deal with the Hawks going into last season, and with the departures of some of their other star players, they decided to put the ball in his hands to run their more free-flowing offense, and he delivered in a great way.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Andre Iguodala is perhaps the premier wing defender in the league. Dre himself said, "I used to always joke with my coaches, I could play defense in my sleep. But it's not just natural ability," he said. "There's another me in the league. They have the same things. Long arms, quick feet, and they can defend. They just choose not to do it." Kevin?
It comes from within, Doris. Thank you. And Jeff Teague's shooting percentages, Steve, falling quite a bit last season.
Yeah, but he compensated by getting to the free throw line about twice as often. You know, and that's part of expanding your game. You're going to see some improvement in some areas and maybe regression in others, but he's got to just continue to work. He has a chance to be an excellent point guard in this league.
Now here's Teague. The feed to Payne. Outside Teague. Shot clock at 6. The three from Sefolosha. Another three for Atlanta.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Thompson dishes to Green. Iguodala setting the pick for Green. Pass to Iguodala. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Andre Iguodala at the line for 2.
The free throw dropped for Iguodala. So both teams changing it up here. He doesn't get the second one.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Carroll kicks to Mack. Passes it to Carroll. A floater, good. Carroll's got 5. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets the lead and then the other one storms right back.
Yeah, that is evidenced by the 8 lead changes we've seen so far.
And let's quickly have a look at the State Farm assist of the game, which came, Steve, from kind of an unlikely source here.
Yes, the big fella here doing his best impression of a point guard. Serving up a brilliant feed here. That's gorgeous.
And so it's Atlanta with it. They lead by 1. Pulling out the wings, it's Iguodala and Barnes. They'll get out there with Mr. Fundamentals, and it's Curry in at the point. That's the Warriors' 5. From 11 feet away, Mack, no luck.
He had a defender draped all over him. Not really the best shot there.
Well, not the shot you hope for when it's well contested like that.
Wow, fans just getting their money's worth tonight. Really entertaining ball game.
It has been. The margin separating these teams has been paper thin.
The pass to Millsap. Dishes it to Carroll. Here is Korver. He's covered by Iguodala. Here's Horford. The Warriors pull it in. Bogut's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Teague, he's checked in for Shelvin Mack. Here's Teague. Right side Teague. Millsap a screen on Curry. A nice shot by Teague. And the Hawks lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark and Steve. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Boy, after all this energy that both teams have expended, you're right, Clark. This would be a tough one to lose.
Green, he's checked in for Barnes. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Carroll with the rebound.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
Teague with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Carroll kicks to Corbin. He dishes it to Carroll. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Corbin. Shoots the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Outside Curry. There's the 3. Millsap grabs the miss. The Hawks leading by 4. Teague the pass to Carroll. Teague against Curry. Millsap sets the pick for Teague. Kicks it to Korver. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
And they continue to knock down the long-range three-point shot as well.
Maxwell, he's checked in for Golden State. Thompson comes in for Andre Iguodala. The second one is good. We both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And no mistakes there. A couple of good free throws to give them a little extra cushion.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're losing by 6. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. There's 1:40 left here in the fourth quarter. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Nails the 16-footer.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They lead by 4. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. .31 left to play here in the fourth. Outside Teague. He feeds it to Horford. Millsap a screen on Bogut. Horford takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Horford's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks. Warriors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Thompson outside. Curry with a wide open look. Curry with another miss.
Oh, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Teague against Curry.
Well, he tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Jeff Teague, 2 shots.
Doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And here are the Warriors now.
And the clock is their worst enemy right now.
Yeah, they've got to work very quickly here, Steve.
Connects! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Well, those are key baskets, and we know who can deliver down the stretch.
Curry against Teague. He kicks to Millsap. Feeds it to Carroll. The dish now to Korver. Just 4 to shoot. Banked in off the glass.
An example right there, guys, of how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never started coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 7. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. In the fourth. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his second personal. Third team foul. Shooting for one. Kyle Korver.
He gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pass to Maxwell. No good on the triple. Now here's Teague. And so it's Atlanta with the W. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Al, Coach mentioned he wanted to be prepared to come into this building and do whatever was necessary to win. Do you feel like the team played with that level of intensity?
Yeah, no question. I like the energy from our team from the beginning. To be able to come in here and get a win like this, it feels good.
Tough place. Well done on the win. We appreciate it, Al. Guys, over to you.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Kyle Korver.